This is a big, dirty UTV.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. We have this beautiful Can-Am in here, and right now, the Maverick is not as clean as it should be. This actually just got trailered back to Omaha from Baja. So it was out there doing testing for products. This is owned by RPM. You might be able to tell that. RPM Motorsports, they make parts for this and many other UTVs and ATVs, but at the same time, they left it nice and dirty for us. So thank you very much. They trailered it back dirty. They didn't clean it there. Now it's up to us to clean it. And you'll notice we may have changed the decor a little bit. When we first came to the shop, this is where we actually did the cleaning. The drain is under here and this floor slopes this way. We won't have to play with the squeegee too much because we're gonna be using a lot of water here.
Ivan, when we have really dirty surfaces, one thing we usually do is we foam all clean on in our IK foamer.
Right.
But this is a foam cannon. So we're doing a little different things today, Ivan. Talk to me about your strategy here.
So we have 500 milliliters of water in here, or roughly about 16 ounces. And
So about half the foam cannon full of water.
right, we're gonna add all clean concentrate to bring that up to 1 liter. So 1-to-1 of all clean concentrate. 1 part water, 1 part all clean.
So 16 ounces of all clean to 16 ounces of water.
Yeah,
Boy, that's a lot of all clean. I'm crying right now a little bit.
a little bit, but when duty calls.
When duty calls.
Then we still want foam.
Now we always say never use all clean stronger than 15-to-1.
Right.
But dilution ratios get a little wonky when you're flushing a bunch of water through the foam cannon. Talk to me about the math here with our Quiver foam cannon.
So the Quiver foam cannon, it has a dilution ratio of roughly 10-to-1 with our setup. And if you want to do all the PIR calculation, you can.
Panel impact ratio.
Right, we're at this point going to be at about a 20-to-1 dilution ratio.
Why use a foam cannon versus an all clean foamer that we typically, usually it's foaming it on, da-da-da-da. Why use the foam cannon?
We need a little more.
Just a little more.
More product.
Got it.
That's going to be pumping up all the time. Whereas this, we just hook it to the pressure washer and away we go. Now we'll get that incredible suds mixed up in here. The nice thing about the Quiver foam cannon, you can put it upside down, doesn't leak, so always a good thing. Then hook it up to the foam cannon and off we go. Now we're just doing the exterior of this. We're not doing the interior, just in case you're asking. And so I'm gonna try to be precise here. We can move this out of the way, but before we do, we have something new on the table that you haven't seen before on the channel, and you may never see again.
This is not the perfectly safe brush.
No, this is the brush that we use to clean the bus. And the reason for that, this is not a flag tip brush. It's a straight nylon bristle. This plastic is matte, it's dirty, it's rough, it's been brushed before. This isn't a pristine paint job. We don't need the perfectly safe brush. We actually need the little more aggression that this has compared to the perfectly safe brush. And if you have one of these, you probably have a brush or something, or you can go out and buy one.
Okay.
Yep. We're going a little outside the automotive world here. Now we will still use the all clean in the IK for the wheels and tires, just because they're a little dirtier.
I didn't trust myself to not get on the interior with the foam cannon, so I said,
Yeah.
I'll do wheels and tires, you can handle that.
So we have the nice plop plop of the foam hitting the ground, and we can see the mud that it's carrying down.
You weren't kidding, Ivan. The foam cannon is a much more efficient way, if a little more product intensive in terms of getting all clean on the surface.
We actually didn't use that much, Nick. We used 16 ounces in here, and normally when we're putting in that's what we use, is 8 ounces to a gallon. Now I use way more than 2 gallons of water, so we're good to go here. Now we're letting it drain down, and then we're gonna rinse this off. Yeah.
Love to see the brown coming down off the tire. This is just dirt?
That is dirt, yeah. So everything that's on here is just mud, it's just dirt. No, it's not greasy, it's just dirt. So the all clean is gonna help work that off. And we want to get it off before it dries. We actually just drove this in from outside, so it's a little warm still. So not exactly a cold day in Omaha.
So the foam rinse foam method, as we teach on all of our automotive videos,
Yep.
you foam it on, you rinse, you foam something on again, and then you do your contact wash.
Now at this point, just incredible suds as we normally do. Now the inside is going to get a little wet. It's designed to get wet, so not a big deal, but I'm not purposely spraying in there with the pressure washer. Now if the spare is the same as the wheels that are on here, it's actually chrome silver.
I'm not used to squeegeeing in this direction, Ivan.
Yeah, this
You're
is new.
doing an admirable job with the rinsing. It's
Trying to keep it as contained as possible.
if we were outside, it would just dry faster on the inside, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Right, but the next washing stage is going to be a little longer.
Yep.
So we're actually going to foam half of it and wash half, and then foam the other half and foam and wash that half after. Because this is a little longer to rinse than a car.
Well, you mentioned that. Did you figure that out as you were rinsing, and you were like, "Holy cow, this is really taking too long"? Or did you already kind of?
That was in the plan. Yeah,
Okay.
that was in the plan. Sylvia used to work in the factory and actually used to run the production floor where they cast or molded all these products.
Wow.
Yeah, subsidiary of Bombardier Recreational Products, which is what BRP stands for. So the Can-Am brand is a Quebec brand.
And Sylvie's your wife, for those who may be new to the channel.
So there we go. We've rinsed it off. Time for the foam cannon. Let me unwind and meet you back on the other side. So Nick, looking at this, it's already pretty clean.
I mean, it looks clean when it's wet. That can be a little deceptive as a professional cleaner. I know that, but it's looking really nice.
Yeah,
clearly that was just dirt.
Yeah, we can see that we got the majority of the mud off. Now we're gonna break this into sections. Like I said, I'm gonna start with the roof, we'll brush the roof, we'll rinse the roof. Then we'll do one side, we'll do that. We'll do the engine compartment, we'll do that, we'll do the other side. That way we're breaking into smaller sections. Most people are, when they're doing this, they're outside, so we'll pretend we're outside.
Okay,
but we
that's
don't
good,
have the
okay.
distraction of the traffic going by and the noise, and there's a lot of people walking on the sidewalk here. Hey, what are you doing? It interrupts filming just a little bit.
Some of them, well, we have an interesting crowd here in this neighborhood. I'll just put it that way. Also, our hose doesn't reach with the pressure washer
Outside.
I pushed for the outside wash. We just don't have the hose for it. And I like how we're doing it section by section.
Yeah. Now, if you want to pass me the perfectly unsafe brush.
Okay. And if you want the perfectly unsafe brush on the lineup, write in the comments below.
Yeah, no. This is something you can get at any truck stop. So, and see, it doesn't fit quite in the bucket like we're used to. So a bit of good agitation here. And this is all textured plastic. So using a wash mitt might work, not as easy, not as quick, and wouldn't clean as well. Now on our bus, it's textured, it's all bed liner. That's why we have this brush. The perfectly safe brush is actually too soft to clean the bus. But I'm using the handle from the perfectly safe brush, because that allows me to do this when I want to get closer to do the side here. I'm not stretching back all the way.
Yeah, there's nothing overly sexy about the handle that we sell, but it just works.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. It just works.
You want to get a little ladder, Nick, and I'll pass you the brush over to the other side?
Sure.
There you go, sir.
This thing must be so much fun. In the right context?
Yeah. Now, I think in Utah, you can actually drive these on the road, can't you?
Probably. Oh, yeah.
So just across the river from here in Iowa, they can drive them on the road. Here in Omaha, they can't.
Is that Council Bluffs, Iowa?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, let's go one more up. There we go. I think I can make it without moving my ladder. Oh, a perfectly unsafe brush. At least it has our wonderful handle attachment.
And we call it the unsafe brush. in a lot of contexts on trucks, that's what they use. On commercial vehicles, that's what they use. So it's not that unsafe, but it has nothing to do with our brush. So I'd get out of the way if I were you, unless you want to get wet.
I'm moving and grooving.
While I'm up here, a bit of quick beads.
So I'm asking you, is this gonna contaminate the other panels and make them protected even though you're trying to clean them, or is this another case of detailers overthinking things?
Slightly overthinking on your part, Nick.
What is quick beads and how does it work?
So on a plastic like this, quick beads is incredible. It's gonna help it dry a lot faster. It's gonna help the next time it gets washed to wash a lot easier. And on textured plastic like this, we can just let it air dry if we want to. It's not gonna be streaky, it's not gonna be anything like that. It's not like on a flat black paint. I wanna get your ladder to do your side, Nick.
Okay.
And I just wanna point something out. As I'm going along with the quick beads, the panel basically almost dried itself.
So I've got quick beads sprayed here.
Yeah.
Classic spray on, rinse off. Does it matter which way I spray?
Front to back or back to front, your choice.
All right.
But not left to right.
Okay, we've got beads, we've got fast water evacuation.
Yep.
We are washed, protected, and we're gonna let that be for a little bit.
Right.
If I dried this now, it would just get wet again, probably?
Right, because we're still gonna be spraying
There
here.
you go.
Next up, we'll do this side.
Okay.
Once we get this side done, we'll do the front end, we'll do the back end, and then we'll do the other side. We can spray the wheels now.
That sounds like a great idea. Would this be a case where you'd use a stiffer brush to try to really get all that dirt off the tires, or are you just gonna go for the green flag tip
Just the
wheel and body brush?
green flag tip brush. You'll see just how much comes off of here, Nick. So we just want to swirl it around a little bit on those knobby bits. Same thing in the wheel. There you go.
Thank you. So you did the swirl method? I'm getting a little all clean on the face. I may just try my method here first. What was that swirl all about, Ivan?
To get in and around different angles.
Okay. Ivan's not messing around.
Like I said, I'm doing this as if I were working outside, which means don't let it dry too much in the sun.
Got it, we gotta work quick. I mean, not hurrying, just working quickly.
Now that brush is smaller if you want to get into these more intricate areas, please.
Do I need to redunk this? Am I worried about?
Yeah, dunk it again.
All right.
Yeah. Wish all dashes were this easy to clean.
He's got the sledgehammer, I've got the scalpel, folks. What am I worrying about? What am I getting? What am I not getting?
What looks like I didn't get with the big brush.
Got it. Anything I can kind of see I'm doing. I'm not going crazy on this, but you know, just a little bit of agitation never hurt anything. Plus, it's kind of fun to do this, Ivan.
It is, yeah. It's a different, it's a change of pace. Pretty sure it's a little more fun driving it than it is washing it, but you know.
I may be one of the rare people who enjoys cleaning more than driving.
There's more than one of you out there. We'll do the front end separately, Nick.
Okay.
Both sides, front and back.
Talk about your quick beads technique, Ivan. I thought I was doing it right. You're adding a little extra at the top. I was trying to avoid us going into there, so I just kept it lower.
Yeah, the whole inside is wet already.
Okay.
So not a big deal. But yeah, I'm not purposely putting it inside, but just to make sure we're getting on the top of the door here. Designed to get wet after all.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Since the hose is this way, we'll go to the back, do the back end, do the other side, and finish on the front. This is where the wheel and body brush will be used almost exclusively.
This reminds me of an engine bay detail.
Pretty close.
You just kind of clean what you can see and have fun. Can I mess anything up in here?
Not really. You'd have to try very hard. They're very robust parts, designed to be abused. We're not gonna purposely try to hurt them, but they can take a little more than a little brush can dish out. So RPM makes a lot of parts for these. So anything that we see down here that's carbon fiber, red hose, these red suspension arms, they make. And they make a really nifty exhaust. It has a cutout here. So it can go out through the muffler, the back that says RPM, or with the flick of the switch, it comes out here. It's a little loud when you do that. Now, this part, the quick beads, we're not gonna spray it on. We're gonna spray it into the stream because it's just too intricate to try to spray it on. I'm gonna spray it on these rear lights, the grill here, and that's about it. The rest is gonna get done in the stream of the pressure washer. Starting on one end, and I'll work my way around. These nice suspension arms, though, we can do the regular way. Let that sit for a few seconds, and off we go.
So earlier you sprayed into the stream, and
Right.
that was instantaneous. Now I see you trying to take a pause, take a beat. What does it really matter if you let quick beads dwell or not?
It helps just a little bit, but at the same time, these pieces had a lot of water flooded on them, so I want the quick beads to have more time to act. On the engine components, there's not much we can do. Last part, doing the front end, and I'm gonna try to get in and around all the suspension with the foam cannon like I did before, but the Incredible Suds will get even more of that dirt out of there. I'll quickly rinse off the freshly applied quick beads. Because it did have a bit of overspray there.
It did, it did.
You can try to be precise with a foam cannon, but there are limits to everything. Not much I'll be able to do with this brush, but
I wonder if this has ever had a deep clean like this, Ivan.
I have no idea.
If not, it's well deserved.
I'm pretty sure it has. People at RPM are proud of what they do, so.
Yeah, you know, it cleaned up super easy.
Yeah.
Or it's cleaning up super easy.
Not bad, Nick. We started with about 3/4 of a bottle. I still have a few sprays left in it.
So, are you surprised by how much you've used?
No, I was expecting to use about this much, maybe even a little more, so. You know, when you're washing one of these, yes, you're gonna go through a little more product than with a car. There's a lot more surface area than what it looks like.
I am feeling that. I even told you, I was like, this is more work than I expected.
Yeah. Nick, time to dry. We're gonna get the majority off the big flat pieces with the drying blanket, then we'll blow dry it.
Ooh, it's very slick to the touch though under the towel.
Oh, definitely. You know, the Quick Beads does its job, and it does it very well.
Does Quick Beads add a little richness to the plastics too? I mean, does it darken the plastics just a little bit?
Maybe a little bit, but not.
Just a smidge? Okay, I feel like I'm seeing that, but maybe I'm just seeing things. Ivan, Put away your Amazon toy.
Oh, come on.
I got a big boy here. We gotta blow dry this. We got vehicles coming in. We're not gonna spare you with all that. We do actually towel dry first though, before we air dry. Can you talk about that?
Right, we towel dried first to get the majority off and to make sure that we have no streaking or anything like that. Then we're gonna blow dry all the cracks and crevices, but we're not gonna bore you with that.
No.
You see how great it looks already. And from there, I think we had another really muddy vehicle in here.
So dirty it clogged our drain, so dirty Ivan was forced to wash outside. You're gonna wanna watch that video. It is right here.